Hello.
Hello, everyone.
So we got pool 3 race today. Lenamphy versus PK Slam.
Definitely my favorite pool, I think.
Yeah? No bias, of course.
No bias at all. No bias. Absolutely not. Yeah. So we have an interesting seed today. We got 4 dungeon race mode and key lunacy is the so.
Yeah. So probably we'll see maybe some interesting dungeon routing, perhaps. I actually didn't look at the seed, so
Yeah,
you can be my guiding hand here.
Yeah, there's a couple things like. So the leaf is inside. I guess I don't know how much.
I think it's what, yeah, you can just
Okay.
say.
Yeah, so leaf is inside Shark Island, and
Okay.
that's like the only thing there. And otherwise, iron boots are completely skippable otherwise because we have no wind temple.
Uh-huh.
And
Interesting.
yeah, so but the iron boots aren't too bad. They're at Northern Ferry, so it's kind of like
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not totally sure.
No Western Ferry start?
Yeah, I did see this Western Ferry start, and I was like, oh, can't do anything with that.
Yeah. Pretty rare that you can do anything from Western. Like maybe salvage if it was required, but
Yeah, true. I don't think we need salvage in this one. We need, yeah, we don't need it. So that's something. Our dungeons today, we have no, I think it's no DRC, no Wind Temple.
Alrighty.
So.
Wind Temple's kind of an interesting one in Key Lunacy because you need a small key for that dungeon. DRC as well. So taking those two out, it means less to worry about, I guess, as far as key routing.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing that the runners are doing here when I routed it, getting the just going straight to Windfall from the start. There's a couple of useful items here. The other thing today, all the pearls are required too, so.
Ooh,
that'll be fun. Yeah. Yep. Our Forbidden Woods, one of our dungeons, is inside the Tower of the Gods.
Oh.
Yep. Good times.
Slam getting a pearl. What's first pearl here?
Yeah. The other thing that I thought about this seed too is the magic meter upgrade is the 20 rupee item. And so I ended up getting that because we're doing Earth Temple without Mirror Shield today. I mean, you could get Mirror Shield. The 2 shields are in 2 of the other dungeons, but they're both in really bad spots. So I kind of felt like only getting... Obviously, you need to get 1 shield. So, like, one's in the Forbidden Woods basement, which is skippable otherwise completely, and the other one is in Tatji in the top of the floating platforms room, so...
I see, yeah.
Which the other floating platforms chest is also not needed, so they're both kind of...
yeah, a little slow, yeah.
So I ended up getting the magic meter upgrade and just the shield and Tower of the Gods because I felt like that was a little less bad than going all the way to Forbidden Woods basement.
Yeah, that basement check is quite far the way, especially if you don't have to go in the basement.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll see, maybe one of the runners will prefer the comfort of having a mirror shield or something.
Yeah, true. Mirror shield, I think, would definitely be a little faster because the mirror shield skip in Earth Temple is pretty slow.
It can be for sure too.
Yeah,
like you can mess up and stuff.
Yeah, the other option is getting a small key, but the small keys are also not in the best spot. The Earth Temple small keys, I mean.
Right. Yeah.
So it's you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. I mean, these are 2 very good runners. Definitely can execute the mirror shield skip, I think.
True.
And a boomerang.
Yeah. True. Especially if you get the double magic mirror shield skip ends up being not too bad. With regular magic or no soup, you're kind of in a really... It's really, really strict.
Yeah.
It's tight.
And Slam's going for the boomerang as well.
Interesting.
Is that just for Forbidden Woods, I suppose?
I think so. There's actually a bow you can get relatively early, which is I just used that.
Yeah.
And bombs in Forbidden Woods. So, but I get the boomerang. I'm not against it. I did consider it. I thought it was, and honestly, I think the thing that makes this really nice too is if you were planning on picking up that double magic, you can do kind of what we do in season 4 and grab some rupees.
Right. Right.
And then you'll have the 20 rupees for getting that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And not having to worry about like arrow counts and stuff, bomb counts is always nice.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And I think, because if you're doing the Shark Island early in this seed, you have to do the bomb boost, right? Since we can't do chest storage with Leaf. But
right.
With Iron Boots being at Northern Ferry and you're pretty much at, what's this place called? Windfall. Right early, I feel like it just makes the most sense to get Iron Boots, since I feel like Shark Island early just gets better if you can also skip Skullhammer, but since we have Forsaken Fortress, that's hard required.
Right, yeah. For sure. And we see a required Earth Temple Biggie there. I'm sure neither runner will need it, but we'll see if they open up the door vanilla anyways.
I always say the Earth Temple Big Key is the one that I look for the least out of all the big keys. Just because it's so what's the phrase I'm looking for? You pretty much always need chest storage to get there anyway, so especially in spoiler log.
So you're almost always skipping EGL, like so makes sense for sure. Oh, messed that up.
I need like one more monitor so that way I can have like my list or my route up of where all the items are. I've got the tracking on one side and then the actual stream on the other side, and then clicking back and forth between the stream and the I should click back and forth between the tracking, I think, and keep the actual feed up, because that way I don't miss anything.
Right, yeah. I mean, both runners are very close right now, both doing the same, almost the same route on Windfall, but getting the same checks. Now both at Northern Ferry. Slam slightly ahead here. But yeah, both will pick up those Iron Boots. No one doing bomb boosting into Shark.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like the swords are kind of annoying in this one because 3 of them are in Tower of the Gods.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and the other thing that's really awkward too is, unless you're doing Shark Island early, Outset is kind of a forced double dip because Skullhammer is underneath Link's house, but you also need to do the Outset Ferry for one of the pearls. And Leaf is in Shark Island, so it's pretty awkward. All in all.
Yeah, it was chest storage to skip Leaf, I suppose. Probably not worth though. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I've tried to do that, and boy, it's. I don't know if fun is the word that I would use. So far these routes are actually teaching exactly with with what I would do.
Yeah, great minds think alike, except Slam has the 20 rupees to get the double magic, as you're talking about, whereas Lenamphy does not.
Yeah, that's definitely was my play. The other thing too is there is pretty much, I believe there's a pretty free bottle. The option on Lenamphy's side may be to grab soup instead of that. Not sure though, but that is definitely an option.
Right.
There's the hammer.
Nice. That has Shark Island access, so.
Yep. I think the easiest battle that I saw was the one in Forsaken Fortress. You need the lower jail chest because it's a bow, and then the upper jail chest is a bottle. So.
Oh, that works out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going right to Shark Island. That's pretty much exactly what I had in here. I'm feeling pretty good about my route. Yep. I like this.
It's kind of funny. Now Lenamphy is taking the lead because Slam bought that double magic. So
True.
see if Lenamphy can hold, or Slam will get back the lead because of that double magic.
Yeah. I think it's gonna come down. The biggest thing where getting double magic is good here, right? Is like we were talking about with Earth Temple. It's super risky to go in there without unless you know. It's going to depend on what Lenamphy is going to be doing to sort of like do Earth Temple. Is where that time is going to be made back up or lost back to even them back out. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So, which will be exciting to see. If Lenamphy elects to try and do Earth Temple with neither of those things, then that would be time save. It's just also super risky.
Yeah. It'd be really cool to see it though.
Sure. Yes, definitely. So this is the other Monka-esque kind of part of this. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, after like hundreds of races, this roll still scares me a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you basically like do it 99.9% of the time and don't mess it up, but the one time you mess it up, it's so bad. Especially in this seed because there's no you don't have grapple, right? So you're kind of stuck in there.
Right, yeah.
Slam doing the slightly safer strat, which I approve of. Easing the anxiety a little bit.
Right. Yeah. If you had bomb boosted it, for sure, just use the iron boots to not fall.
Yeah.
Because I guess you could drown. You'd be fine.
Yeah.
Just respawn up there.
True. And this is Lenamphy doing what I also elected to do, which was do the Deku Leaf, then go straight to Forsaken Fortress. I wonder if Slam will do the same thing.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're going...
Our first low divergence here.
So this is probably going to be the outset Great Fairy, it looks like. Which... I guess in defense of Slam, I did this immediately after FF, so it doesn't... In that sense, I suppose it doesn't really matter, because the Pearl doesn't help you, really. So...
Right. Lenamphy is getting a bottle.
Okay. Oh, there. I couldn't find the bottle. Sorry, I was so focused. Yeah. I know, yeah, so this is pretty much mapping. Although, I think what I did instead, I did drop down and get that, but I just, instead of save warping out of the lower jail, I just rolled through the Bokoblin room. And then just climbed up and went that way. Not sure if that's faster or not. I probably imagine there's not a huge difference there, honestly, between the two.
Yeah, I mean, Lenamphy's going for this route here that doesn't go indoors, so
yeah,
we'll save some, not have to go through some loadings and stuff.
Yeah, definitely a good route. The one that makes this nervous for me when I have a single magic bar is if I like mess up one time, I start to like panic. Because then your magic starts to get really, really low. And then you need more magic for this part right here because you have to do leaf pumps. So, which gets really scary. Oh, okay. Lenamphy just going to change the wind. That's definitely safer.
Right, yeah.
I'm the one with like, I like to live on the edge, so I just...
Oh, blows away the magic pot. Okay.
That was pretty hilarious, actually. Okay, Slam going to Forsaken Fortress now, so... I guess if we see Lenamphy immediately go to Outset after this, then it's basically... Then they basically did the same route, I mean...
Right, yeah.
There's no real advantage or disadvantage to the order that you do these two particular things in, so... which is kind of one of the cool things, one of the more interesting things about spoiler log, where it's also, I suppose, one of the less interesting things sometimes because it means that the routing decisions don't matter, and you always like to see slightly different things with a little bit of to see what the trade-off is like, because sometimes you aren't 100% sure. Is this faster than that? Is making 2 trips to outset faster if you have the other.
Right. Yeah. Just goes to show that this route is just optimal. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees. You have this. Both runners have effectively this route.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Slam not going to save Grandma. No reason to get soup and double magic, really.
Yeah. I thought about grabbing the bottle too because it was just so free, but yeah. The other thing, it depends on if he grabs the rupees, but I suppose the counter for that on Lenamphy's side, the not having enough magic to fly across the gap, would be if he has the 20 rupees by then, he could just buy the double magic and refill his magic if he was planning on getting it anyway.
Sure.
Or if he's going to grab, because Mother Child is required, so I guess this is a reason to not do this. That's what's happening to Slam.
Yeah, getting a little bullied there.
Since Lenamphy has the
oh no,
the bottle and Mother and Child is required, I'm thinking the strat could be to go there, get a fairy, save Grandma, then you can drink soup to get your magic back and save like the extra save warp, since you have to go if he was planning on saving Grandma anyway.
Right, yeah. Could, for sure. May as well, I guess.
And now I'm gonna check and see if
Alright, I should track Slam's bow.
Oh, it's hard to keep up. There's so many things going on. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. I know I mentioned that our Tower of the Gods was pretty loaded with 3 swords. There's also a bow and an extra shard and the shield I mentioned in there. And our Forbidden Woods is pretty stacked too. The power bracelets and the hook shot are in there. And there's a sword in there too. And then there's a Picto box in there, which is not necessarily required, but I found that the Pompey and Vera, I felt the Pompey and Vera Tachi small key was faster than the one on Baito, Note to Mom mail, just because I think that it's you have to get delivery bag and Note to Mom, and
right.
It just seemed a little bit less good. But yeah, we'll see what. Okay, Lenamphy is going to Mother and Child.
Hookshot is in the morph pit.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, command melody. I assume it's not skippable for Earth Temple.
I think you can. I think you can skip it if you want to do like the door storage and then store the Tingle Statue chest.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's fine.
Okay. Interesting.
But
yeah, no hover today. Hookshot's too convenient.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not a bad hook shot. I always like seeing a good hook shot, you know?
Oh, Lenamphy save warping. For
realizing
magic.
the magic issue, I think, yeah.
Yeah. You could probably cut grass up there as well for magic. But he's going into the boat now.
You're gonna sail back over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting indeed. I think the play probably would have been to do Grandma first, then you can just drink soup for magic. Since you're going to do... the assumption here, I guess, is you're going to do Grandma anyway. I suppose you could have gotten this... the fairy. If you wanted to skip Command Melody, you could have just gotten the fairy here.
Right,
well.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, the 11 p.m. no MSS race. Alright, and there's the Helmarock down for slam. Mark that one.
Yeah, so I guess right now what the difference is, Lenamphy's done Mother and Child, assuming Slam's even going to do that, and Slam has already done this Fairy Fountain.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Slam would go. No bottle, so not even a reason to get a fairy there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I am definitely curious because I honestly thought for me it was like I'll just grab Command Melody. It's pretty easy.
Fair, yeah.
The other thing that's nice when that chest is good is that's a really good chest to store to like Super Swim, like somewhere, anywhere. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, Mother and Child Super Swims are super useful, for sure.
Oh, there's the last pearl.
Yeah, and there's Slam at Tower of the Yachts.
All right, so this is going to be Forbidden Woods, which is kind of like I mentioned a few moments ago, pretty loaded. This chest here that Slam's getting, this is our sword. I'm imagining he's going to store it, which is what I did. I stored it to climb back up, and then, or I guess I shouldn't. Instead of saying this is what I did, I should say this is what I would have done. But yeah, and then I void out in the next room just to like have the sword to do other stuff, which.
Right. Yeah, having a sword is super nice for movement.
Yeah.
Oh, falling down a little bit.
Luckily, we don't have to climb all the way to the tops. Yeah, it looks like the difference right now is just a little bit of progress in Forbidden Woods, and Lenamphy has command.
Yeah.
Pretty close ways.
Save Grandma? I don't recall seeing Grandma being saved on an episode.
Oh, you know, I didn't see it either.
It's interesting.
Now, I don't know a lot about just to piggyback off the conversation in the chat. I don't know a lot.
Lenamphy being hit by the vine.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Morth hovering, but wasn't the issue with Morth hover that the Morths won't spawn a heart if you don't kill them with a sword? For hammer, yeah, that's what I thought it is for if you're doing it with a hammer.
Yeah. Could always fairy hover, I guess.
There you go. Now that's a strat.
But I don't think you'll find a situation in this where it's worth doing that over again to hook shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Lenamphy not grabbing the ledge.
That's unfortunate. Well, I guess when I was mentioning the differences, I should also mention Slam does have double magic tubes.
Right. Oh, I Slam has sword. Let me track that.
Oh. This is so hard.
There's power bracelets for Lenamphy, which I believe Slam stored.
Yeah, and Slam is going to the basement, so must have decided this was the better of the shields. Oh wait, no, not going to the basement, just chopping down the thing.
I have no idea what's happening on Slam.
I am so confused.
He's in the bow. He is equipped, I guess.
Yeah, the Morth Pit chest was something, I think. I remember it being something.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the Picto box. That's the Picto box that I was talking.
So Slam's going to do big key if the power bracelets he stored. And then he'll save warp and then warp out of big key, I guess.
Interesting.
Makes sense. Getting out of
Yeah.
big room is pretty tricky. Especially if you want to keep the item that you stored.
True. That makes sense. The reason I did that way too is I ended up doing Calademos with the explosives. So, Lenamphy opting to do the basement as well then for that shield. It's in the I think it's locked in the tree trunk is where that shield is.
Oh, okay. I see. So, not that bad.
Yeah. Oh no, it's it's across the red hanging flower.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Not bad. Maybe that's why they also grabbed Boomerang. I don't know. I'm not sure which one's better. I ended up getting the one in Tower of the Gods. I have no idea. They're both kind of annoying because you have to cut down the flower or do the bomb clip.
Right.
I have no idea.
I mean, yeah. I guess that one's not that bad. I wonder if it would have been faster to get hook shot, get the shield, and then just walk back. Well, I guess you need to store something for...
The one in top G is on top of the floating platforms room.
Alright. Yeah, Lenamphy is Malin, and Slam is Samus.
Could be getting Mirror Shield. That is an option. With Earth Temple, Mirror Shield would be helpful.
Right.
Oh, man, Slam is getting the Picto. I think I do agree. I think this is the better of the small keys for Tower of the Gods to get.
Right. I think I'm gonna store that for big key skip. Slam's gonna get a shield and head on out. And there's the shield.
Yeah, so we're still really close. It's the big difference maker is Slam going to get Command Melody, which is kind of the thing Lenamphy's done that sort of is what Slam hasn't done yet. And then the reverse question is Lenamphy going to get extra magic?
Right. Slam returned to Windfall, I assume to get that small key you're talking about.
Yeah. And using Boomerang there. I see some people do like the Boomerang with the side hop type thing.
Yeah.
Man, that freaks me out so much. Because one time I got into the thing before I got the shard and had to go all the way back. That was awful.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't go for those risky. Like I used to do like the side hop in G to pick up the shard, and then one day I jump slash instead of side hop.
Oh.
Yeah, you never do that again.
That's rough.
It's not worth it. Not worth the frames.
You know the interesting thing about getting the double magic, if Lenamphy still wants to do that, there's 200 rupees in the Lenzo chest, the left one. Just made a door cancel in, okay.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Fast, if you can get it really fast.
True. Yeah, you don't have to, and you can skip the cutscene in the Lenzo's house there that Slam just watched.
Yeah. Double magic is on Beetle 20.
Ooh, that's not what you want to see.
No. Assume they cancel out of the text box.
Yeah, I think at that point, yeah, you just yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, unfortunate. It's probably worth going for once. Because you can get a little bit of time save. Potentially. I'm not sure how much time save it would be. It might be some.
There might be some, yeah. It's at least one.
Yeah. Don't ask us what. It's just one unit of time. And if he doesn't want 200 rupees, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think double magic's on his radar.
Yeah, it would appear so. Because that's probably the easiest rupees you'll get in this scene. At least from what I was seeing. I kind of also missed where Slam went.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll just check my route. They've been following it so well.
Crescent? Okay.
Okay. I did Crescent after... All that's here is a shard. When I went to Crescent, it was after... you have to go to the DRI secret cave entrance.
Okay.
But I don't really think it matters a whole lot. I thought about doing it after Windfall, but the sailing time difference is negligible. Because the only thing in the DRI cave is just another shard, so
right.
You can put both of those off basically like indefinitely.
Yeah, it's always nice to like leave those at the end of your route because you don't have to worry about them.
Yeah,
you don't want to fit anywhere else.
It's funny because I remember before the first spoiler log tournament, I was talking with Wolfer and I were talking about the like how routing would be when you didn't start with shards, which after the sort of like testing spoiler log tournament, I guess if you want to call it that, we
Slam's gonna set up for a super swim here, so if you're sensitive to flashing, look away.
Yeah.
But go
on. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, basically we were worried that like, if are the shards just gonna always end up being like put off to the end, and because we thought that would be less interesting, but then it ends up being just that. It might be sometimes, but it just depends on the seed, right? Sometimes the shards are on the way, sometimes they're not, and generally things like shards and swords, extra ones, are just better to get them when you can get them.
Yeah.
And when you think about it from an inherent logical standpoint, it makes the most sense to get the progress items first because those are the things that are going to unlock all the locations.
Right, and make getting these things faster. Sure.
Yeah. I think unless Lenamphy is planning on getting both chests, I think he's got the wrong one.
Slam swims to Bird's Peak. Spicy.
Lenamphy realizing that the shard is in the other chest.
Rip. Alright, you can look back to Slam's screen now.
Yeah.
She looked away. Tower of the Gods.
Yeah, pretty deep chasm in here. Your boat even gets inside with you too. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Lenamphy. Those are the kind of things you hate to mix up because you like it happens and then you get like upset with yourself because you're like, it literally says upper chest. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely an improvement when Lago changed it to. There's a couple of areas where it's changed like that, and it makes it so much more clear.
Right.
Oh wait, I guess I have to track a Tingle statue now.
I track a sword. Yeah, one of the big ones is the Stealth East gunboat on Rockspire. It used to be just called Gunboat, and there are 2 gunboats there. So if you don't know the game well enough, you could easily mistake.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, the paw print is so much better than how that's left and right. It's so much more clear. Those are just kind of like little things, I'm sure, when like first making the randomizer that didn't really like register like, oh yeah, it's this is the first chest and this is the second chest or whatever. And then and then you have, thousands of people play it and they're like, I don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
And then, but also at the same time, it didn't really matter for most people playing it because you can get both at the same time, right? It's kind of the
Right.
same thing with diamond stuff. But then the rise of spoiler log, right? And we needed to know which one was which.
Yeah. I mean, the diamond stuff ones still are unchanged. I think it's
Yeah,
still first and second.
true. That was maybe a bad example, but
Yeah. So that one is still confusing. You have to like double check for sure.
yeah. I always just remember it as like the second one is the higher one.
Yeah. Second one's the first one we normally get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you should remember it. I remember it because it's backwards from what makes sense.
Yeah.
Which sometimes is what you have to tell yourself, I suppose.
Yeah. It's like it's even easy to confuse like DRC boss left and right sometimes. It's like sometimes you just forget, you know.
Mhm.
So you gotta be super careful when doing these things.
Yeah, true. One time I did it where I confused the DRC boss left and right ones. Not really, but it was only because like one of them had like a heart container in it, and I was like, oh, I'll grab that one so that way I have an extra heart container. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
like, so I just typed it in. I didn't actually. Usually I copy paste everything, but in this instance I just typed it in, and so I just typed in get left chest, and I just typed in the wrong one. So just whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So and it was like, but it wasn't like detrimental or anything because like I didn't need the extra heart. It just was like it would have been nice to have.
Yeah. As long as it didn't cost you later in the run, then I guess it's fine.
It's
Summer
similar.
for left side 4-1 skip here.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just did another save warp because
Yeah.
it bugs me. I did similar to what Lenamphy's doing kind of here. I instead of getting bomb drop though, I just got storage at Forest Haven off of the Beetle and then went to Cliff Plateau for that chest.
Yeah.
But same difference basically. We're going to be going to Tower of the Gods now.
Right.
It's the only thing that really makes any sense.
And Slam did store that command melody, so I'd say he's quite the lead over Lenamphy right now.
Yeah, true. It's definitely noticeable. Yeah, so anybody was curious as you just saw that lookout platform chest was a heart container, so.
Planned.
Yeah. All part of the plan. The thing that becomes interesting sometimes with spoiler log is, like, right now you might look at it and you might think, oh wow, Slime has 2 more swords and fire and ice arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And, Lenamphy only has 1 more shard and 1 unrequired tingle statue. But the thing is, all of those things that Slam has are, like, all immediately right beside each other here on this lower level, so.
Right.
Lenamphy's going to have those in probably less than, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Things move fast in spoiler log, for sure.
Yeah, which is part of what makes it exciting. There's, But now we're in kind of sort of the doldrum section, I guess, of this, of any spoiler log seed. The section we call Tower of the Gods.
Yeah. Even though they'll be collecting stuff, it's still not super exciting, I suppose.
Yeah. A full clear Tower of the Gods doesn't really change that much from a Go mode Tower of the Gods.
Mm-hmm.
We do get to see Big Key skip, though, today. So that's cool. I can't remember where Big Key was, but I remember I didn't get it, so it must have been pretty bad. Transparent chest on Windfall.
Oh yeah. Cry a double dip. It's so fun.
Yeah, and especially because the other bow, the last bow, is fire ice locked, so it's in the ice ring cave entrance. So yeah, not what you want to do, especially when you're skipping grapple because you don't want to get it, and then you'd have to chest storage again to get inside Tower of the Gods.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely see people getting confused by the names of the Forbidden Woods chests, because so many of them, it's like, oh, you know, chest in tree trunk, whatever. It's like there's like 70,000 chests inside tree trunk, and the whole thing is tree trunk. The whole dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
See Slam doing this setup for command melody skip here.
It's so I don't know if I'd say that it's like scary, but you know, it scares me. Every command melody skip setup scares me.
Yeah, I just kind of, as soon as my skip stops working, I'd look for another one. But yeah, I kind of use a variation of this.
I agree kind of with what Jarhead says. In Forbidden Woods, I go by like the order, and I know that basically the tracker goes in the order you're like supposed to do the dungeon. So like,
yeah.
Getting it the second time though, so yeah, I like to do things in. And that's like, okay, so this is the third one from the top, so that means it's in the second room because there's 2 chests in the second room and 1 chest in the first room.
Yeah. Like one check I used to forget all the time when I was starting out was the top of climb the bulbs or use the bulbs to get to the top, and I would always like forget where that was. So, but I knew it was in the beginning because it was top of the list, but I always forgot where exactly.
There's a lot of cool like little things that you sort of like pick up and learn about, just how like where the checks are, because like that's what makes a randomizer cool, I suppose, versus like a casual original playthrough, because you're sort of like, you kind of like find all those things, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, I feel like the majority of people that play pretty much any randomizer aren't like discovering the new checks for the first time, at least with the overwhelming majority of the checks.
Right.
And so that's where it's sort of like the next level of gameplay, I guess, above like being able to beat a game, because to be able to win in a randomizer, you kind of have to know like all the game's secrets, where all the hidden chests are and hidden things. Whereas going through like a vanilla version, especially of a Zelda game, is not that they like handhold you, but there's sort of like you're sort of like, you know, pushed in the general direction where you.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing either, just an observation.
Yeah, it definitely makes Randomizer a more like replayable experience. It's just finding new routes for different situations. Looks like Slam is gonna go for the mirror shield, right? That's what's up here.
Yep. Nothing else in here, so.
Interesting.
Or I guess there's something else in there, but it's not anything that's all required. Oh, it's the Cabana Deed. Is the other chest, so that's kind of cool. You don't see that pretty much ever in spoiler log. Every once in a while, I suppose.
Right.
Somebody gets it by accident, or if hookshot's in Cabana. But those are pretty much the only situations.
Yeah, could be where Lenamphy might make up some time on Slam.
True.
We'll see.
Oh, the Keys wanting to see Lenamphy win this race, I guess.
Yeah, the Keys in this room, very aggressive.
My record is 6 times getting knocked off the ladder in one run.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awful. I wanted to cry. I was glad that I wasn't like, it was one of those like the no mic, no chat streams, so I didn't start crying while talking to chat. It was awful. I still wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night thinking about it.
True. Don't want to break that record.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll happen. It'll happen in my first elimination race. I'll get knocked down 9 times.
Just unlucky.
Notices something is in either the Armos Knight's room or the top of. It's like, oh, what's that? Light arrows are there? Well, guess I'm gonna be figuring out light arrow skip today.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because like sometimes like the big key is in the second Armos night room. I'm like, do I really want to go down there and then deal with the keys? I don't know. Might be
Yeah.
faster just do a big key skip.
Yeah, it depends on how much you want to roll the dice. How much of a gambling man are you?
Yeah.
If you're me, I like the big key.
Oh, Lenamphy not quite set up properly there.
Yeah. I used to do this setup, and now I do like the backflip side hop one because I think it feels faster for me and easier, and I've gotten more. It's one of those things where when you have a different setup you want to implement, you just kind of have to like start doing it.
Right. Oh, Lenamphy threw
Ooh.
the statue.
That's probably not gonna work.
Alright, hopefully he has a backup. His backup is vanilla. Yeah, I respect it, you know? It's just this cutscene thing that's so annoying.
Yeah.
It shows you twice. It's like, why?
Admittedly, if it were me, I would have probably just voided out. And started back over. I don't know if it's faster. Using command melody feels really slow.
Yeah. At least it's first try.
And it's true, yeah. And for me, it'd also be about, it would be my pride would be on the line.
I failed command melody skips like 4 times in a row. It's like, alright, we're doing command melody. Not gonna spend anymore. But yeah, Slime getting first try storage there.
Pretty
Zoom
high.
in through this dungeon.
Yeah, pretty good Hachi. I also think I want to learn how to do this way too, because then I can avoid having to kill those thingies.
Yeah, he definitely has his win set to self already. The scary part with this one is sometimes I get like a little baby hop off this thing that doesn't give you quite enough height.
At least you can probably always like leap back in bounds, right? Hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully. I've never gotten it, leaping back in bounds, but...
I guess the wind would make it pretty...
yeah. But Slam gets it no problem.
Yeah.
What do you score?
There was a sword. Actually, that was the third sword in in Tower of the Gods. Amazing. 2 on the first floor and 1 in the big key chest.
You love to see it when people or like the stone tablet and the big key are required items, because you gotta get those checks anyways.
Yeah, it's funny too because it just reinforces like our Tachi is really boring thing, because you're getting them anyway, so even when the interesting items end up there, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I've mashed for that roll, and I still get a baby hop. I don't know. Just unlucky. I just go back to the old big key skip now.
Yeah.
That one I have less issue with.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've always done.
Yeah. It's actually cool that the new one, I guess, the one that Slam used was first introduced in the last World War tournament by Trog. It was pretty cool when we saw that.
Yeah. Both runners opting to get Mirror Shield. Okay. Okay.
Interesting. Very safe route through Earth Temple today.
Yeah.
And there's Slam done with Godon.
Yeah, I definitely don't have much of a problem doing the Mirror Shield skip if I have the double magic or soup.
Yeah.
Soup is definitely the safer because then you have like, unlimited magic.
Right, yeah.
But yeah.
I guess both runners figured that the shields weren't that out of the way, and they weren't too comfortable with Mirror Shield skip or something.
Yeah. There's definitely something to be said for doing like safety strats.
Yep. Yeah.
For the most part.
Ooh, not gonna stop the wizard from not spawning.
No, Slam didn't do the one puzzle where you can hookshot out of there.
You can hookshot out of there? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you can hookshot to the mailbox.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know if that's faster than save warping. It's cute. It's definitely cute.
Yeah.
I recommend doing it once just to feel that feeling.
Alright, Slam headed to Thorned right after this.
There is another shard here. Sorry, I do feel bad. I missed the question. Is there a clear leader right now? I think Slam has a bit of a lead. It might not be as much as one would think because Lenamphy has done Cabana Labyrinth and Slam has not done that yet. So,
Yeah.
But I do think even that considered, Slam's probably like a minute or two ahead ish.
Yeah.
Approximately. So this could end up coming down to Earth Temple. I know a lot of people say Earth Temple is the spoiler log dungeon that can make or break you. So
yeah. Maybe that's why the runners, got Mirror Shield and Command Melody, because you never know. Maybe you overlook something.
Yeah.
And you definitely need one of those.
Yeah. With Mirror Shield, Earth Temple is basically there's no problem.
Yeah.
What checks do we need left? Slam needs the Shard and Cabana, and then Ice Ring is Bird's Peak, which has light arrows, and then Jawhala, I think is all Slam needs.
Yeah.
And Lenamphy needs to finish Tower of the Gods, go to Thorn Fairy, and then also do Ice Ring and Earth Temple.
Yeah. I mean, statistically, Earth Temple and Wind Temple should be, identical, right?
Yeah, I think the randomizer chooses the dungeons basically first and independently of everything else.
Yeah.
So, and they're
I'm sure Artemis has a spreadsheet of the actual empirical counts.
Wanting to use the empirical count to be like, the randomizer isn't really random. I know Mongol says that sometimes. He'll make jokes about we get 3 Earth Temple, Wind Temple seeds in a row, and he's like, the randomizer function must be used in the day of the week, and today is an Earth Temple, Wind Temple day. And I'm like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go for the original big key skip. So.
Yeah, this would be the one that I would do because I'm too scared. Yeah. 2 seeds
void here.
Oh yeah, that's the corner of death right there.
Yeah. All right.
Yo, light arrows, Pog.
Wow, light arrows, an hour in.
Not bad. I don't remember where Earth Temple is. I guess it's on the map. We should see it when the one that we haven't gone to yet.
Bomb.
Oh, yep, that sounds right. Oh yeah, because I remember that being really awkward because of where light arrows were and how there was a bow in top G, which was at Bird's Peak. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Slam will save Cabana for last. So I guess we won't get a true scope of how close the runners are until Hyrule.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I've been having a pretty decent time with Godin, though. No, not anything super trolly yet. Knock on wood, of course. Also, I was happy that you got to route in Tower of the Gods without light arrows, because I'm a firm believer in light arrows and Tower of the Gods actually lose time.
Right, yeah.
There's one... The one exception is maybe if you have to do mini boss, but even then,
right.
it's worth.
Those extra R button presses just sometimes
Sure.
like your R button just doesn't want to listen, you know?
Yeah, I'm just bad at R button pressing.
Yeah.
Armos in the big key room. I feel like I can generally get both of them in like one quick spin, and I don't know, and I know that you get to skip them bouncing around, but like at the same time, the light arrow animation of them dying isn't super slow either, so.
True. And if you have like no soup, no double magic, then you use up some of your magic that you could be using in the Godon fight, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if you're doing big key skip too,
True.
you need that. You need that. You don't need a ton of magic, but you definitely would rather. It's better to have more magic than less magic.
Yeah.
In most situations.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which situations you want less magic in, but I'm not going to outright say that situation doesn't exist because I feel like then I'll get called out.
Alright, so I'm gonna store that first chest here for the go mode.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's anything. I think it was a heart piece because I think I checked, but that could be just me making stuff up.
Sure. Can you beat the game without using magic other than like for light arrows? I guess if you're from the woods, you're kind of doomed. Like
Yeah,
if
true.
you got the entrance. Well, like if you try hard enough, I guess you could get around that.
Hover door cancel hover zombie.
Yeah.
Oh no, that first chest was a chart. Treasure chart 33.
Where's that lead?
That's a great question.
Do you ever look up like in Spore, like if you have to pick up a chart, see where it leads and see, you know, maybe
5-star Isles.
Okay, nothing interesting.
Just a piece of heart. That sounds kind of interesting. I am falling behind on these shards.
Yeah, like if something's like there's a wallet behind sunken treasure, I'll like at least look at where the chart is and see, okay, maybe this is better actually than the logical wallet or something. Rarely that'll be the case, but
yeah, I have done that before. I've gotten an out of logic bottle before in a spoiler log race because it was in a I think Grandma was required and it was in a submarine, but it was not a submarine seed. So it was like I had Leaf and I was like, oh, this is way faster than wherever the bottle actually was. It was on like
I slam. Right.
That's not what you want to see.
That's what you got the boomerang for. This room.
Smart.
There you go.
Smart.
But yeah, getting those out of logic, like bottles and wallets and stuff, definitely an interesting thing in its log.
It's the one thing is the one rule I always forget about. Not that I would ever route it in anyway, because you know it's bad. But it was bad enough we made it the official rule. With no, you're not allowed to get anything on Sploosh Kaboom or auction, which I would never. Sploosh Kaboom to me is basically almost worse than like if something's on Savage 50, like because well, it's unlikely.
Let me use the big key. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, in my brain it's like, yeah, it's unlikely that, you know, it would be slower, but hey.
Yeah.
Although if you allow the tool, then I suppose Splish Kaboom is pretty much free.
Yeah. Then auction becomes the one. I feel like I hate auction even more.
I know you've been burned so bad by auction, like just all sanity spoiler ones.
Yeah, like everyone else gets first try auction. I'm just there for 6 tries.
I can't even do all sanity spoiler log anymore because I've gotten first try auction every single time. And I'm just like, I can't, because I know the next time we do one of those and I get auction in there, it's going to be 50th try auction because I've used up all of my luck.
Right. So Lenamphy still has not turned in soup. I wonder if he's just getting a safety here in case he dies to like Ganon or something.
Yeah. That's definitely what it's looking like now. Because we were already back at outset with the fairy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He might have planned to get the save grandma and then maybe like forgot, and now it's just like, well, can't go back now.
Yeah.
That would be what I would do if I would have routed in. Oh, actually, maybe not. I don't know. Because sometimes if grandma's not required and I'm routing in soup, it's just I really, 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 really want it, and there's
Right.
no other option. Like, yeah. So Slam just needs Cabana. Lenamphy has a go mode Earth Temple ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. But Slam definitely having the advantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Still could come down to high roll, though. Obviously, anything can happen. We don't have soup. We have only 3 hearts. So.
Yeah, I mean, Slam also has double magic for like crypt shots, so that should speed up his high roll.
True. Yeah, that's going to be definitely nice. Soup is really good for Ganon, but double magic in Puppet Ganon is really good.
Yeah.
I think.
It's, sometimes I know Slam has been burned on Keys RNG. Just not dropping magic.
Oh, yeah, that's like the worst. Interesting, Lenamphy is bringing Medley through here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess Slam, like he picked up Command Melody, but that's only because he used the chest to swim to Bird's Peak.
Mm-hmm. Didn't actually use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to ask the runners why they got Mirror Shield, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there's go mode for Slam.
Yep. Yeah, I guess the only thing I can really think of is that it was just like a extra safety strat. Because I remember looking through and thinking, both of these shields are so, like, out of the way. But they're thinking, I have to get one of them, so...
Yeah.
I have no idea which one is faster.
Yeah, I guess Lenamphy's not planning on, like he doesn't have the magic, really, to commit to Mirror Shield skip here.
Yeah.
Could always bring Medley, though.
True. There's the good old-fashioned drop Medley inside the stone or behind the stone and bring her with you. Roll clip time here. Roll clips are fun.
Oh yeah, ooh, that's super fun right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. Only like 3 tries or so. I'd take that every time.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, yeah. You know, the funny thing is, we've talked. I've had this discussion before, and the question posed was, would you rather end up with would you rather be like guaranteed to get every single trick like
Lenamphy? Interesting. I wonder if he planned to write in a small key but forgot to get it or something.
Maybe. So the question that was posed, I forgot, was would you rather like be stuck with how your life works right now, or be guaranteed to get every single like storage, roll clip, whatever, but it's always 3rd try, so you never get any first tries, but you never get any like 7th tries either. So.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's the posed question.
I guess it depends on how far that extends. Like, I don't want to be doing 3rd try swims every time.
It's just roll clips and storages. Let's say it like that.
Okay.
Things that can be retried within just a few seconds.
Maybe. Like the storage one would be powerful. I don't know. Just getting some really wacky storages.
True. It would be real. It would be really. You would essentially never be able to go for like Mulgara storage ever again in your life.
That's true. Yeah. That's okay. Though.
Yeah.
I never go for it anyways.
Same. Like my life has not changed because of this, man.
True. Does it like extend past seeds?
Oh, yeah. Maybe that. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. You could do that. Then if you do it every time, then you'd know which runs you'd be guaranteed to get it on. I didn't think of it that way. That's smart.
Yeah, you could like store all your tries. Like I'm gonna try this twice this seed, and then next seed I'll get a first try.
Oh, you just do every storage before the race.
Oh my god.
2 times.
Wait a minute, that is powerful.
Yeah, actually, never mind. That's broken. All right, maybe we have to change the rules. Maybe it has to be within the run.
True.
It's too powerful. Hey, big key again.
Nice. The run is remembered.
There.
Maybe Lenamphy mixed up the big key with the small key.
Oh, that's possible. I could see that. Luckily, having Mirror Shield means you're covered.
Yeah. Very good safety.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slime's already climbed the staircase here.
It's good to have backups on backups, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you have backups for your backups, then you won't have to worry about anything, right?
Hopefully not, yeah.
Unless all of your backups fail. Well, let's not go down that rabbit hole, I suppose.
Slime, okay. I was worrying that Slime would go in without full magic here.
Yeah, that is some spicy amount of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in this particular seed of the two, like, of the optional items we saw, I think that the double magic was definitely a little more helpful than the bottle. Without getting soup, at least.
Right, yeah.
Thinking about it, I'm just going to go ahead and mark these. I know it's a little early, but I know I'll forget. I thought about it there for a second, and I knew as soon as like we started talking about the puppet cannon fight, I'd forget. So.
Right, yeah.
And then it'd say 7 shards, and Earth Temple hasn't been beaten. Lenamphy would be battling puppet cannon, and everybody would be like, "Why does it say it doesn't have to?"
True, and you'll hit the done button, and you're like, "Oh, he's done without 7 shards." What is this? Or with 7 shards?
Lenamphy figured out the secret Wind Waker dive to Hyrule. Turns out the thing we were missing the whole time was you can only do it with 7 shards.
Sure. The secret is to not track your shards.
That's brilliant.
Nope. So I'm not getting the double crypt there, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll get a chance to get some magic here, I suppose. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. That's
what you like to see.
Yeah. That is nice. I can't imagine getting that kind of magic drops from Key Sending. Sometimes I get 1.
I think they could drop like the baby magics instead, so you get even less magic.
That would be tragic.
Ooh, trying to go for a trog shot, but not quite getting it.
I never go for that because I never get it. So.
Is it that, or is that the other way around? You don't go for it.
When I did go for it, I never got it, so now I just don't go for it. Maybe I should say. All right. Well, Puppet Ganon is down, so Slam is ready for a 1.5 heart Ganon fight, unless he grabs hearts. But
it's okay.
Some people like to live on the edge. If I had more than 2 hearts, I'd just go in. If I had less than 2 hearts, I probably would get hearts because I get scared, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
Gandalf
terrified, really.
Slam is a speedrunner, so I'm sure he will not be too worried.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's used to going into again with
1 heart.
Yeah, 1 heart.
Not me. I'm too afraid. I do have like Supla Scanning strats that I do now though that I feel like are better. That I feel like I've like learned a lot. Just through trial and error. What works, what doesn't work.
Alright, Slam had a pretty good phase 1.
Yeah, not bad. A parry, the spin, the second spin. Oh, the third spin.
Triple spin, insane.
Amazing. The parry again. The fourth spin. All right, we're on to the last phase here.
True. Sometimes it's the scariest phase if you're like on low health, because maybe Zelda will shoot early or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Tragedies will strike.
GG's.
GG's to Slam.
A race time of 1:10:10. Amazing.
Nice.
A binary time. Beautiful.
Lots of 1s and 0s. I like it.
Lenamphy not too far behind, entering Phantom Ganon here.
Good RNG. Oh no!
Rip.
Dang, I shouldn't have said anything.
This is what the safety fear goes for, just in case.
True. I'm gonna have to eat my words when I was saying before about the safety or the bottle being less useful.
Right. Yep. And we are joined by Slam.
GG's.
GG's.
GG's, well played. Wait, what did you think of the seed and how you played it?
I was very nervous the entire time. I think that might have been pretty obvious when I didn't turn around to snipe Phantom Ganon when I got the ground spawn.
You're like nervous about Lenamphy finishing?
What?
Like you're nervous about Lenamphy sniping you or something?
Or not sniping me, just like Lenamphy beating me in general. Because I've raced Lenamphy several times in tourney. He's never beaten me before, but I always feel like the times he did lose, sometimes it was because like I played really well, and other times it was because like something unfortunate happened to him. So like I definitely know he has it in him to beat me, and he did beat me in, I want to say like almost every qualifier race the two of us did, or like all of them are all but one, something like that. But granted, I did die to Ganondorf multiple times in the qualifier races, and I remember like looking at race time and going like, oh damn, if I didn't die to Ganondorf, I would have just barely beat Lenamphy, and instead I lost. So I went into this thinking like, oh man, I gotta play it super safe. So I know that you two are probably like, why did he get Mirror Shield? Did he know that he stored Command Melody? Yes, I did know I stored Command Melody. I was planning that. Well, not that I was planning on it would be Command Melody, but like I just knew it was Command Melody, and I was gonna do that swim regardless.
Right. That was a good swim. Good swim.
Yeah, I thought it went really well.
Yeah, definitely. What was another one that we were curious about?
But why did you get? Why did you get Mirror Shield? Did you not want to do Mirror Shield skip?
Honestly, that's how nervous I was. It's like, well, the Mirror Shields, both shields are in dungeons, and they're not that bad to get. So I'm just gonna get both of them. And like honestly, when I failed the puzzle skip with the second statue, I thought, oh, maybe I should make up time I lost here by doing Mirror Shield skip. But then I thought, nah, I can't like get in my head. I just want to like stick with what I planned on doing. Right. And also the thing with Mirror Shield is that it does speed up Earth Temple a little bit, not much, but like a little bit.
I remember talking with Tanjo, and I was like, one of the first things I said when we started commentary, I was like, both the shields are really bad.
Really?
Because You didn't need to go to the Forbidden Woods basement at all otherwise. And in Taji, you don't need to go to the floating platforms room at all otherwise.
You did have to go to the second Armos Knight room. So that was my justification for it.
That was why I ended up getting that shield when I did my route ahead of time, but I did not get the one in Forbidden Woods and just did Mirror Shield skip. I grabbed Double Magic though, like you did, because I like to have, if I'm doing Mirror Shield skip, I like to have one of Double Magic or Soup, just to kind of ease my anxiety a little bit.
Right. What about Boomerang? I imagine you probably skipped that when you routed this.
I did skip Boomerang, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I just wanted to be incredibly safe. And then I thought, like, oh, there's money in the jail anyway. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I definitely did say when Tanjo and I were talking about it that I think that the Boomerang grab is definitely not a bad play. I think Boomerang just speeds up Forbidden Woods so much.
Yeah.
No.
And, like, I was going into basement to get a shield anyway, so cutting on the flower's nice.
Yeah, I think that was definitely good. If you've already gotten Boomerang, then yeah, you might as well. That makes getting to the basement there a lot. Sorry.
So, given the items that I wanted to get in Forbidden Woods, what did you think of my routing? Because, like, I routed it, and I thought, man, routing in a save warp feels really weird, but I'm going to do it because Tachi's the entrance.
Yeah. I thought it was good. It was interesting for me to watch because, like, as you know, since I routed it differently, I didn't think of doing it that way, just because I wasn't going to basement. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was, I think it worked pretty well, especially storing the hole in tree chest to get over to the upside faster is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And also, like, part of my defense for my routing Forbidden Woods was I forgot that the first check was a sword. So I thought, like, oh, damn, I don't want to, like, get chest storage somewhere.
Yeah.
That isn't hole in tree.
Right.
And then, like, I looked back and went, oh, wait a minute, there's a sword there. So I can easily just store double Mothula and then carry on my way. But then I thought, I already have it written this way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think storing hole in tree is probably faster than storing double Mothula at least for big key skip, I suppose. Just because there's a storage spot in the room already, right? You don't have to do setup like bomb drop.
Yeah, but I did need what was a double Mothula. I mean, not like need, but I mean, for my sake, I wanted it for. Unless you got the other Tachi small key.
I think you got the correct Tachi small key. I think that was the faster one for sure. So yeah, that I guess in that instance I also stored double Mothula for big key skip because of how I routed it, but it made sense to do it the way you did because you were going to basement. So
GG's to Lenamphy.
GG's.
Yeah, not ending up needing to use that safety fairy, which is good.
I just noticed Lenamphy has a bottle.
Yeah, so there was a bottle in Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, the upper jail chest. GG's, Lenamphy.
Yo, GG's.
GG's.
So how you feeling, Lenamphy?
Well, I don't know. Just feel like I just played Wind Waker.
Well, that's a good feeling, I guess.
I thought everything went really well with like your route and the seed. With I'm sure you can think of the couple small exceptions. I know there was a little bit of having no magic at outset to go to the ferry was a little awkward, and then the unfortunate getting the wrong chest in Cabana was unfortunate. But other than that, I thought everything went pretty well.
Yeah, and the command melody skip.
Oh,
was pretty unfortunate too.
Yeah.
You mean like with the second statue?
Right.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, we both failed that, so evens out.
I was really frustrated by that because I just misinputted something. I've never like failed that strat with that setup, but somehow I managed to fuck it up.
Right.
Yeah, I might change setups because like the other day Jay was making fun of me for doing the boomer setup, and I'm like, no, Jay, it's fine. I don't fail this, and then of course I failed it because like multiple different reasons. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I should, catch up with the times.
The same thing has been happening to me with grapple skip until like a week ago. I kept like missing grapple skip in in Ganon's tower, and I'd miss it like 2 or 3 times in a row. And I used to always do like the flick down for the perfect turnaround, and then I switched to pulling the Wind Waker to turn around, and now I don't mess it up anymore. So I understand the feeling.
I also flick, but I somehow during the qualifiers I just forgot how to do it. It's sometimes my muscle memory just disappears and I have to relearn something. And that happened to me with grapple skip.
It's gonna be like
I feel that.
It's gonna be the same. You have the same skip, right, Tanjo, where you have to change the one you do every couple of months because it just stops working for you. That's gonna be me with grapple skip.
Oh man, you gotta find different grapple skip setups. Good luck.
Yeah.
But I'm curious why you got that bottle, Lenamphy. Is it just a safety theory, or were you planning to get soup?
Well, I just wanted the ferry, and it was on the way, so
Fair
I
enough.
guess just picked it up. It's like 10 seconds that costed me, right? It's not
Sure.
that much.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you think about getting the double magic on Beetle? Or did
no, actually.
Okay.
Could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
thought it
also
was especially
considered-
nice. Especially if you're getting boomerang, because you're forced to get 15 rupees just to get boomerang. Or not forced to, but like there's 15 rupees right there, and you just need 5 more, and boom, you got both boomerang and double magic.
Yeah, I could have done that. I considered like getting soup and not getting mirror shield and just doing mirror shield skip.
Too, depending on when you wanted double magic. I know I mentioned this to Tanjo, but the left chest in Lenzo's was a silver rupee. So.
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go in there until way later, even if I knew about that.
So. Yeah. So I guess kind of. Like I said, it just depends on when you wanted the double magic for.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that was unfortunate on your side, Lenamphy, not getting the Lenzo door cancel there.
Oh yeah, that was. I did it vanilla after that, so.
Yeah.
I felt like it didn't lose me that much time, but yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now I could be wrong because these are just my own timings, but if you have Pick-to-Box and Leaf already, then doing it the normal way is faster than Lenzo door cancel.
I will take your word. I do not have that timed. So.
Yeah.
It's like by a few seconds, but it's like doing it the normal way is clearly a lot easier than door cancel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We talked about it briefly, Tanjo and I, because we were kind of weighing the pros and cons of you don't have to watch Lenzo and Maninko like talk to each other. You can skip that dialogue, and you don't have to go in to talk to Lenzo the first time. But we were like, we didn't come up to a decisive answer, obviously. So.
Actually, my timing doesn't take the cutscene into account. So let's say it breaks even.
Yeah. But that is interesting. I think it's one of those deals to where I think, what I even told Tanjo when we were talking was it's probably worth at least in your situation, it was worth trying at least once. And luckily, the way that it ended up going wrong was in a way that didn't really matter a whole lot since you were just inside Lenzo's, right? And you could just, all right, I'll just do it.
Yeah, only thing that's like was a bit stupid was that I failed it. I went into Lenzo's and I was like, fuck, I have to do it again now. And I left the building.
Right.
And I thought, wait, I can do this now. So I went back into Lenzo's and like those door cutscenes add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think this seed was pretty interesting. I did like routing it and like watching. I enjoyed watching you guys play it. 3 swords and Tower of the Gods was a little strange.
Yeah, like when I very briefly at the beginning considered doing skipping Iron Boots to get into Shark Island early without them, I thought like, where's a sword? Oh, there's 3 in Tower of the Gods.
That was the other thing. Sorry.
I was practicing it before stream, and I just wasn't getting it as consistently as I would feel comfortable with in a race, so I said, I'll just get Iron Boots.
Yeah. And they're not that
Is there a
bad.
way to do it without sword?
Hammer.
And without leaf?
Yeah, hammer. And bombs.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been... The one thing, I feel like the Shark Island early only ends up being super good if you're able to skip like the hammer and the iron boots both, then it's like really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and since Skullhammer was hard required this seed anyway, and the iron boots were, I mean, Northern Fairy is kind of slow, but and since you couldn't do the chest storage strat, so,
yeah,
I don't know. It was one of those things to where I was like, I felt it was better to just grab iron boots too, and I was like, but I could see making a case. The other thing that really was unfortunate was the sort of outset required double dip. We talked a little bit about that, having to go get like unless you're doing the skip, I suppose you have to go get the Skullhammer and then go to Shark Island to get Leaf so you can go back to the outset ferry to get the pearl.
Yeah,
that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, if there was a sword you could have gotten really quickly, then I might have more seriously considered skipping iron boots just to do outset in one trip.
Yeah, that definitely would be much more worth it.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, Lenamphy, you tried to open up the small key door in Earth Temple. Was that like muscle memory, or did you?
Well, I originally planned on getting a small key because I, in my initial route, I had the grappling hook on palm print, and I also snagged a ET small key there. But I removed that from my route, and I still had that in my head, like I should go to that door.
Right.
That makes sense. I also considered getting grapple for getting into Bird's Peak for Tower of the Gods, but then it was too much of like a rabbit hole to go down, and I deleted it out of mine too.
So Lenamphy, were you as shocked as I was when you got Earth Temple Big Key by accident, or were you voting on it?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Well, you both remembered to open up the big key door. Vanilla.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah,
that was cool.
I filled that trick, the big key skip too many times.
Same. Well, once, but that's still too many.
One too many.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even that much. It's just too many.
Any number of times failing any trick that's greater than 0 is too many.
Exactly. But yeah, that's all for me. I don't know if anyone else has any questions or comments on the seed.
Not really. I guess the preset was nice. This is my favorite preset.
I do like this preset too.
I'd say this is my favorite preset too. I was a little worried because I don't play this very often because I feel really comfortable routing dungeons and going through them quickly. So I don't really think to practice this. But I am concerned about forgetting to route a small key when I need one. But then luckily for this, you only needed the one Tower of the Gods small key.
Yeah, when you get ones where you have Wind Temple, Tower of the Gods, and DRC, and you're like juggling like 50 small keys in your brain.
Oh yeah, DRC is the big one.
Yeah.
True. One time I had brain farted really bad in DRC, and I was like, oh, I have a small key, and there's another small key in DRC, and I had to like go backwards through it anyway, and it was in the small key section. And I was like, but I didn't realize I couldn't get it, like it was impossible, because I had to use the first small key in the first room, and then I just had to like leave DRC and come back and go get a different small key and come back. It was so bad. It was tragic.
Yeah. But I guess if that's it, shoutouts to Elijah for commentating and tracking with me today.
Yeah. Same for Tangent. He did better, I think.
I don't know. Tracking and commentating is a little tricky for sure.
Yeah. I think we balanced it pretty well. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Having spoiler log is nice, just to reference where everything is.
True. It's easier to not miss things that way.
Yeah. But yeah, congrats, Slam on the win. GG's to both runners. Good luck on your future races.
Yeah, GG's.
Thank you.
Yeah. GG's.
If you want to wait like another 10 seconds, we might see something interesting.
Oh. The fabled vanishing act.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess I'll do this, but there is another race coming up that should be on, unless it's not being restreamed, but there's another spoiler log race happening.
I don't know if it has volunteers, unless, I mean, are you guys busy? We could all go in and just continue this conversation at the next restream?
Unfortunately, I am busy. You're talking about like at 7 or something?
It starts at 4, so it's literally like, or 4 Eastern, I should say. So like half.
Like
they're planning like right now.
Oh, the restream starts at 4. Yeah, I could do that.
All right, perfect. Because I can't. So.
Yeah, I woke up a bit early for the race against Jarhead, and I'm pretty tired right now.
Right.
Oh, that's right. You raced. You raced 12 hours ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wow. What a wonderful day for you. Yeah, Zelda's gone and slammed screen, and I guess with that, we will end it.
Yeah.
So,
GG's, everyone. Hopefully we'll be able to come back. I think it looks like it would be right on this channel, too, if they're going to do this next race. So.
Yeah. So, see some of y'all there, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye, GG's.